card that'll go down tonight. Hours from now, countdown to Thursday night action. Chargers, Oakland Raiders. They're playing in Oakland tonight, which is nostalgia for this gentleman.
It really is. There's only a few games left as the Oakland Raiders tonight will be their last ever primetime game as the Oakland Raiders. It's a big one. That crowd's going to be nuts.
Kyle Brandt, Peter Schrager, Nate Burleson. My name's Kay Adams, and this is Good Morning Football presented by Intuit QuickBooks. We're live. We've got a great show for you.
We do. We have a really good show. Kyle, what's up?
Oh, my goodness. Let's talk about belief. Do we believe in the Dallas Cowboys as playoff contenders, as Super Bowl winners? What about Aaron Rodgers and the Packers? Are they going to the Super Bowl this year?
I believe in a thing called love.
We do, Kay. We love it. The darkness. It's setting in tonight in the Raiders game. But we will talk about belief at the table. We're bringing back our scales. These segments get absolutely nuts, even by our standards. And guys, can you feel some magic in here? Can you feel some magic? John Dornbos, that
after the game,
Michael Vick,
see which stars.
Carson Wentz. Now he hangs with Chris Angel and David Blaine. He was a longtime Philadelphia Eagle, turned super successful magician.
To promote
He's
proper
going to be in
technique.
here. He's going to do tricks. We're going to talk Eagles, and he has an incredible personal story. And how about these Raiders to go to? Mike Mayock, our old colleague, Ian Johnson have brought in some rookies. They brought in some receivers.
Yep.
Nate is going to break it down in a burlesque. Nate, what are you going to tell us?
I'm going to tell you guys why the Raiders feel something a little bit more special than we give them
the Browns.
Okay, this sounds like a show.
Hey,
We're going to the bar
he had as a
towards the end of the show.
I mean, after or during?
Both.
Okay,
Receivers some chances down the field to make throws. Like Thielen told him, you got to give us a chance.
MJ Acosta, she's our intrepid reporter,
Takes the
keeping
motivate you and
all
get
eyes
be
on
up there
all
talking
things
good
going
about you
on
on
out
TV.
in Oakland. We've been talking a lot about the Bosa
We made it
brothers all
easy to
season
browse
long, but how has the bigger Bosa, Joey, who Nate affectionately calls Bosa Constrictor, how has he evolved since he entered the league back in 2016?
And
Kay, thank goodness we have all these nicknames now, because at the start of this season I had to train myself to say Nick Bosa covering the 49ers instead of Joey, since I spent so many years covering the bigger Bosa with the Chargers. I was in San Diego in 2016 when Joey Bosa was drafted. Of course, folks had to wait just a little bit for his debut through an injury, but once he hit the field, it was on and popping, and that has not stopped through now going into his fourth season in the NFL. And fast forward to this year, where he has 8.5 sacks, 17 QB hits, and 11 tackles for loss. That's all of the damage that he does on the field, but off of it, still as even-keeled as when he entered the league. The Bosa brothers, both of them are just really laid-back guys. Again, off the field demeanor, but once they get on it, as you guys know, it's dangerous.
Back at practice for
MJ, the Raiders defense will definitely have the work cut out for him up against Phillip Rivers and that high-powered offense. What is Oakland saying about this matchup?
So, yeah, tunnel vision, earmuffs, and just
defensive coordinator Paul Guenther immediately addressing the likes of Phillip Rivers, Melvin Gordon, Keenan Allen, all of the guys that they will have to try and stop tonight here at the Oakland Coliseum. And Coach Guenther says that even though his team, of course, got a huge spike in confidence after their big win against the Lions, their return back here to the Coliseum after being gone for 49 days, but they're not resting on their laurels there. They know the challenge that it's ahead of them, but he did credit his guys like Darryl Worley, who had an incredible interception, coach calling it one of the best picks he's ever seen. And then, of course, crediting safety Carl Joseph, who had that unbelievable monster stop in the end zone to deny the Lions. Now, I spoke with Carl Joseph, who was credited with having the best game of his season by his coach, but he says, MJ, I'm not trying to have that to be the last, or best game rather, of the season. There's so much more to prove for this defense, especially as we defend the Coliseum in their last match here against the Chargers.
And there's so much at stake there under the bright lights of Thursday night football. MJ, thanks for joining us. Excellent work. We'll have you back in a little bit to keep us updated on all things Chargers, Oakland. I mean, LA's fired up. They want to set the record straight in the AFC West. The Raiders poised to defend their home turf for the last time in prime time. It's tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern on NFL Network, on Fox, and streaming on Prime Video. NFL Network. Schrags, I'm coming straight to you.
Do it.
I don't know how you feel about this matchup. You've given the Chargers a lot of love for 2 impressive wins back-to-back, but you also dish out love for Oakland and what they've done of late. How's this going to go, and how do the Chargers carry the momentum tonight?
We look at Phillip Rivers right there, and he's been through so much as a quarterback. Do you know who the man is whispering in his ear the last 2 weeks has been? It's been Shane Steichen, who is his new offensive coordinator. Guys, Shane Steichen is 3 years younger than Phillip Rivers. He's 34. He's the new OC. He's been promoted from quarterbacks coach. And in the last 2 weeks, Wiz and Hunt couldn't get the run game going against the Bears, but they find a way to win. They promote Steichen, and last week the Chargers go nuts. They run the ball all over the field. Melvin Gordon has his best game in over a calendar year, it feels like, 120-plus scrimmage yards. And now we look at what we have up ahead, the Raiders. So in MJ Acosta's report, she says that Carl Joseph, safety for the Raiders, potentially had his best game. Great. They gave up 400 yards passing to Matt Stafford. So if I'm Shane Steichen, I'm looking at Phillip Rivers and saying, here's where we go with the rope-a-dope. They think we're just going to run the ball, establish the run game, do what we did last week. Let's show them what we can do through the air. Let's light up the skies. I think Phillip Rivers could be in for one of those big games. National television. Okay, last year, he went into Arrowhead in a must-win and found a way to get that victory and lead them at night. A lot of questions about this Chargers team all throughout September and October. November's here. They might be the team, and I'm ready for it.
Let's go.
Yeah, you're only as good as your last game, and I'll double up right there. You know, you mentioned the 400 yards that they gave up to Matt Stafford. You're talking $120 apiece in a TD for Galladay and Marvin Jones. So if I'm Keenan Allen, if I'm Mike Williams, I'm sitting back, I'm looking at the film day by day saying, man, this Raiders defense, they're hurting. You know, John Abram, he goes down early in the season. They trade away Gary and Conley. They're ranked in the bottom of the barrel when it comes to the passing game. So you're right, Shrakes, right out the gate. You know, usually on TV shows, they'll come in and say, you know, let's run the ball to open up the pass. You know, how about you do it the new wave style, which is let's light up the skies in the moment that defense backs up because they have to respect the pass catcher for the Chargers. Then you start to hand it off, and from there you control the clock the rest of the game. I agree with you, Shrakes. I feel right out the gate, Phillip Rivers is going to light the scoreboard up by throwing the ball downfield.
We're going to have a party tonight. I mean, the Oakland Raiders, guys, formed in 1960. 3 Super Bowls, 1 AFL championship, myriad Hall of Famers, and 4 games left. Ever. This is it. I think tonight is going to be one of the greatest atmospheres in the history of the Oakland Raiders.
Really?
Because it's the last, maybe the last national game ever as the Oakland Raiders. It's the last night game. Guys, it's not like they're getting a new stadium, like we're saying goodbye to the Metrodome, all right? They're leaving. If you've gone to Raiders games for 30 years, 40 years, maybe you're not going. Maybe this is the last time to put on the face paint under the lights. It's going to be post-Halloween. I think that may affect the costume factor. I think there may be a black cat theme. It's been very hot this week. They're also 2-1 at home. They're coming off a win at home. And there's something to it about, you know, if you're in a relationship and you know you're going to break up, it's inevitable. Sometimes that last week you get a little nuts and just empty the bag. I think with that, and I think with Phil. Now, meanwhile, Phil Rivers and the Chargers are saying, guys, we play an away game every week, including when we're at home. We ain't scared of some spiked shoulder pads. I think with the combination of Rivers, the black hole, saying goodbye to the Oakland Raiders, this is going to be a rave tonight. One of the best atmospheres we've ever seen. I'm in.
And then on the Raiders side, adding to the fans, all of that emotion that's involved, you have Derek Carr saying, am I the guy for Gruden? Like, Gruden, it's an important game for him, obviously. Him and Mack, they've put together and built this thing around Derek Carr for this year. But is he the franchise guy? Is he the guy of the future? Gruden's got a couple of years there. On the flip side, Phillip Rivers doesn't. Who knows how long Phillip Rivers is going to be playing? So I wonder what this means for that locker room. This is a must-win game. He knows that all of those losses they had this year were one-possession games. And he said at the podium, if we just had one, if I could just have that Colts game back, one of those games, we'd be sitting pretty. He knows he's not. He knows his back is against the wall like he likes it. There's a lot of weird, like Kyle is saying, X factors that bring emotion and a party atmosphere to this game tonight, guys.
100%. And high stakes for the quarterbacks, like you said.
Right.
I think if Derek Carr wins this game tonight, he's Mr. Mandalay Bay. I think he's going. This is big for him.
More on this matchup coming up, but we also, I mean, there's 3 mega matchups in Week 10.
A great week for football.
Yes, 6 teams on a bye. We're going to break all of it down for you, the viewer, waking up to us and choosing us on Thursday. Cowboys, one of those big matchups. Are we buying into them as real contenders?
How much?
Scale.
These scale segments are the best.
And Giants-Jets on Sunday. It's been a dark football season for, both teams.
Yeah.
Whose future is brighter, though?
Woo! I don't know. We'll get into that.